Hey man, no Diddy with this title, bro. But this is what body game taught me about specifically men. All right, so like your friends and shit like that, because you're gonna notice a lot of things. Like I was talking to a client about this, and I also talk to my homeboys about this shit all the time as well. It's like when you actually when you actually get in shape, like for real. Like I'm not talking about just like, oh, okay. Like a lot of people will comment stuff like, yeah, I was at 15% body fat once, but it was unsustainable. You're not in shape, bro. That doesn't count. You were there once, now you're like 40% or 20%. Then you don't know what I'm talking about. Or I got to 10% once, it was unsustainable, so I'm at like 18 to 20. That I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about you, those who stay at like 7 to 12 for years and shit like that, right? You're just gonna be in a rare lane, bro. Like no one is doing what you're doing. No one's getting reactions like you're getting reactions. No one has your routine that you have because you do different shit, bro. Like, listen to me. You do different shit when you're in shape. All right. So you're going to get a lot of backhanded compliments because you're trying to go somewhere that none of your friends are currently. So, like, your friends will be like, oh, you're obsessed with the gym. Oh, here we go again. You always have to eat organic food. Like, backhanded compliments are going to be, they're going to be coming out of nowhere from what you consider your friends, right? Like the actual road to like body game and being lean and actually being in shape and being consistent. That shit's a lonely road because no one's doing the shit. All right, like yeah, people work out and they have fun in the gym, and then they go eat whatever they want to and they go out on the weekends. That's like the average person, right? That goes to the gym, and the average person does not even go to the gym. So like the average person who goes to the gym, that's what they do. They just kind of fuck around with nutrition and then do what they want to on the weekends. And then the average person doesn't even go to the gym. So when you're going to the gym and you're intentional with nutrition and you're not like a athlete that's competing, then you're very fucking rare. Or you're very, very rare. It's a lonely road because no one else is doing that shit. And yeah, the backhanded compliments they're gonna come out of nowhere. Like I said, people are gonna be like, oh, if I had your genetics, I'd be doing the same thing as you. Oh, if I had time like you. Oh, well, all I gotta do is hop on steroids and I look like you. Not saying you're on steroids, bro. Not saying you're on steroids. I'm just saying all I gotta do is hop on steroids and I look like you. They all say shit like that. Or they'll be like, yeah, man, like I can cut too and I'd look like you. No, they can't. That's why they're fat as fuck. All right. But you're going to notice that a lot of people will just project their insecurities on you 24/7, man. You're going to get so much hate. Like, you're literally going to get so much hate. And it's like, yes, most of it comes online, but yeah, in person you're gonna get a lot of hate too. You know what I mean? Like people are gonna ask you questions, and when you give them the advice that actually works, they're gonna reject that answer and then give you a backhanded compliment. Like for example, every every fucking time people are like, "Yo, man, hey man, I saw you like last year. I haven't seen you in a while, but I see you're back in town," and it's like, bro, like you got way leaner, bro. Like you're tatted up now. Like, what's the secret, man? Like you on Anavar, like test, like just like let me know the doses so I can hop on them too maybe. I'm like, no, bro, I'm just consistent. They're like, oh, okay, yeah, you must just have good genetics. So there you go, like there you go, like I literally would tell them like, here's what I eat, here's what I do for the workouts, and they would just ignore that and they'd be like, it's got to be Anavar and test because that's the only thing that's going to satisfy their instant gratification mindset. But it also taught me that a lot of men are just not serious about being consistent and not serious about what they say and not intentional. And you really want to stay away from time wasters and people who aren't intentional because that's gonna seep into your mindset. But that's like a big deal as well, man. Like you're gonna lose a lot of friends in the journey, man, because I know it sounds when you say this, it sounds dramatic. It sounds dramatic, but it's a reality. Like when you're actually going through it, it's like, damn, bro, this kind of sucks. I'm losing friends because your wins are gonna feel like their losses, right? Because every time you win, you separate yourself further from them, and you also make their insecurities stronger, right? Which is it's offensive to them in their heads because like every time you drop another inch off your waist and then you start getting cut and the girls at work might be paying attention to you where they never did. Now it's like kind of showing them that they're not doing the best they can and showing them how lazy they are. But also they're gonna start getting jealous, man. Like I tell you guys the stories all the time of like my quote unquote homeboys who try to like holler at chicks who were like chicks I was either dating or chicks who were like messaging me or something like that. You know what I mean? I remember I showed my boy, I was like, yeah, man, like this chick started following me, she messaged me or whatever, right? And she trying to link or whatever. He was like, yo, that's dope, bro. Yo, that's dope, bro. Like good shit, bro. Like that's inspiration, bro. The same night, bro, he like DM'd her some thirsty shit trying to pull her, right? Because he was like, in his head, he was like, man, Luther doesn't deserve this chick, man. Fuck Luther, bro. Like that's what he was thinking in his head, man. Because yeah, there's a fine line between like like what did Drake say? Hate is just jealousy and love at the same time or some shit. I forgot what he said, but he said something like that. But same night he like messaged my quote unquote homeboy messaged that girl or whatever. some thirsty shit, and then she sent it to me. She's like, "Isn't this your homeboy?" And I was like, "It was, I guess." And he was trying to like take her out, and like he sent her some thirsty messages, and she's like, "I'm not attracted to him because he wasn't on body game and shit like that." But also he sent her some thirsty shit. But your friends are also going to start like encouraging cheat meals, especially when you first start, working out, because herds like to stay together. Misery loves company, right? Packs, herds, humans like to stay together. So it's like when your friends, if all your friends are 30% body fat and you're 25%, but your trajectory is that you'll be 10% by the end of the year, they're like, ah, nah, that he's not gonna be part of the pack, part of the herd. So they're gonna try to like throw in some cheat meals and be like, bro, like you, bro, you always taking this shit so fucking seriously, man. Just eat, bro. It's not that serious. Just eat one cookie, bro. If you can't get lean eating one cookie, man, then like you're not doing it right. They'll say shit like that and try to like pressure you into it. Like, let's go out once, bro. You're acting weird, man. All that shit, right? They'll try to kind of ostracize you into or kind of like set ultimatums like, nah, bro, you got to come out or you're not real, or nah, bro, you got to eat this or you're not our friend. Like, it's not that deep. Like, they'll say shit like that, but it is that deep. It really is, man. And they'll call you like, oh, you're trying to be different, you're too serious, oh, you think you're a pretty boy, oh, you think you're GQ. What did they used to say to me? They're like, quote unquote friends are like, oh, there goes Mr. GQ. Oh, what are you gonna eat today? Maybe some fish and some potatoes. Oh, here we go again with chicken and rice. Like all that shit. They used to always say that shit. And the jealous dudes are always the ones that are quote unquote closest to you, man. Like they're supposed to be the ones supporting your journey. But in reality, what actually happens in real life is like when someone sees you doing things that they wanted to do, but they can't get themselves to do because they can't control themselves. That shit frustrates them more than anything because they're literally seeing in real time you becoming what they want to be. So that's literally the definition of what creates jealousy, right? So you would expect you'd expect them to you'd expect them to be like, yeah, man, I'm proud of you, man. I'm so proud of you, man. But yeah, you getting leaner makes them feel insecure, overweight, right? You leveling up, you getting more chicks and being like, yo, look at this, bro. I'm getting matches, bro. Like I'm getting matches. Yo, this chick just DM me and she's flying out tomorrow, bro. Like I didn't even say anything. They're just gonna get jealous. Like what the fuck, man? That's not fair. Because they maybe they're in a sexist relationship or their girl broke up with them because they're out of shape and they don't even get attention from chicks. You know what I mean? And then they hate what they see in the mirror and they can't stay consistent in the gym, man. So that's what you're gonna see. You're gonna see a lot of that as well, man. But another thing is, bro, like I said, man, you're going to the positive is when you are on your journey. Like, let's get into some positives because I know it's been a lot of negative, but let's get into some positives. Like when you are on your journey and you're all about growth, because in reality, when you're in shape, you're not really just working out to be lean. You're just trying to be the best version of yourself. So you're constantly improving. It's a representation of you improving in all aspects of your life. So yes, you're improving in the gym. Cool. Yes, you're improving, in work and career, finances, relationships. Like you're improving in all aspects of your life. So you're going to attract, friends who are improving as well. That's the positive of it. Now, there's not a lot of you guys, but you're also going to start to realize that quality over quantity matters because a lot of my friends I met like you in the gym or in nursing school or just online once I started leveling up because once I started leveling up, I started posting stuff or doing photo shoots, and then people who did photo shoots with the same photographer, they'd be like, "Hey yo, blah 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 blah," and then we work out together, and then we have the same mindset, and that shit's rare, man. That's just rare. We're like, "Dang, bro, you actually have the same mindset as I do," and it's like most people aren't on that real growth mindset. There's a difference between walking the path and knowing the path. All right, difference between walking the path and knowing the path. Nobody fucking walks the path. Everyone knows the path. Nobody walks that shit. All right. Everyone's like, oh yeah, yeah, I can get lean too, bro. Like it's easy. Bro, I can get lean too. All I gotta do is eat, eat this and eat that. That's what everybody says. So why the fuck are they not lean? Because they're not locking in and they're not actually becoming the person they need to become to be consistent. That is the truth. All right. That's the truth of the matter. It's that simple. So yes, it's much easier to say you're gonna do something, but actually doing it, like I said, it's super fucking rare. It's super, super rare. So you will be relatively lonely on this journey compared to, from the outside, it'll seem like you're lonely, right? But you're just going to be like, you're going to be comfortable being alone, obviously, but you're not going to hang out with as many people because most people are not on the growth mindset. Most people are in the fixed mindset, on the loser mindset, on the victim mindset, on the, what, it's fine where we are mindset, that goofy ass mindset. That's where most people are. All right. Before, after, during this video, that's where most people are. All right. It's always going to be like that as well. People are like, nah, bro, you need to chill, bro. You're always trying to get leaner, bro. 20% is fine. 20% body fat is fine. Nah, bro, like I heard you made six figures last year, bro. Six figures is fine, bro. Just chill, bro. Bro, you dating her. I know she kind of out of shape, bro, but like, She'll hold you down, bro. She okay, man. She alright. And she goes out sometimes, but she alright, man. Just bro, just chill. Like there is no such thing as settling. You're either progressing or regressing. So when you're trying to, or when you're attempting to settle, you're regressing. All right, that's all it is. There is no settling. Like, nah, I'm settling down. Nope, you're regressing. Period. All right, simple shit. But yeah, man. So like, once you get out, like I said, once you get out of this body game shit, you're gonna get a lot of hate. Just remember that shit comes from below, and remember to listen to people you're inspired by, not people you're not inspired by. All your out of shape friends are gonna hate on you like crazy. They're actually gonna be your opposition. All right, and that's where you got to be like, damn, bro, I'm gonna have to cut them off so I can get to my goal faster and stay locked in. Because that's the reality of it. You're gonna have to really control your mental diet because everyone around you, even family's gonna be like, "What are you doing? It's not that serious. Like you're trying to get skinny. Like what's wrong with you?" That's what your family's gonna say, and it's like, "Yo, I'm trying to be healthy and the best version of myself. Like what's wrong with that?" You see what I'm saying? So you're gonna have to really lock the fuck in, all right, and focus and watch your mental diet. Follow people who are at your goals or going towards your goals, like listening to the David Goggins and shit like that. All right, and ignoring when your family says shit like you can have a cookie when you want, or just goofy shit that low level people say. All right, stay locked in, fellas.